everyone, welcome to Satya classes. Myself Raj Pandey and I am going to teach you how to calculate the error. The first error will be mean error and second will be absolute error, then thereafter mean absolute error, and thereafter the fourth one is relative error and fifth one is percent error. So these errors are really very much important. When you go to your lab, you will find that the use of these errors, and when you know how to calculate it, then it will be much easier for calculating the error in your lab. Understand? So I recommend you to watch the full video, and if in case you have not watched my previous videos, I am giving the link in the description, and from there you can watch that. So coming up next, let's generalize the formula for mean error. This is also written as A in subscript mean. Understand? Suppose that we have following experiments, and the results obtained in each experiment are as follows: A1, A2, A3 up to AN. We have obtained all these results. Now, for calculating mean, first of all, let us write it as A mean is equal to the summation of all the entities, means A1, A2, A3 up to AN. So it can write as A1, A2, A3 and up to AN. Okay, so let me make you understand about this operator. This is a sign of summation, and when this operator is start their operation, so all the quantities put in the bracket are added. Understand? And now they all will be divided by n. This is how we calculate mean. You know about it well. Understand? So let us compress the formula. I am taking I as a variable and taking its value equal to 1. You will be understanding how to write it soon. And this 1 and n means the value of I is changing from 1 to n, and we have ai. Now understand, when I is equal to 1, this will be a1. When I is equal to 2, this will be a2. When I equal to 3, this will be a3, and this summation operator will allow that all the quantities are added. Understand? And the whole divided by n. Now this a mean number will represent that all the quantities a1, a2, a3 up to an are compressed in a mean. Means a mean can be overestimate or underestimate the true value. So a mean is also called as true value. Understand? This is the formula we obtain to calculate the mean error. Okay, now move to next one, that is known as the second one, absolute error, and it is denoted by delta A, and its general formula is delta A is equal to A minus A mean. So for this I can write it as delta A1 will be equal to A1 minus A mean. Look here, mean will remain same for A1, A2, A3 because mean is just one value, and which is also we are calling it as true value, so it will not change. And if you wanna define it, absolute error, so for this, look here, the magnitude of difference, this is the difference between the individual measurement A, like you can see A1 is the individual measurement, or of course we can write here a2 minus a mean. Okay, so make it clear, magnitude of the difference between the individual error, this is the magnitude of the difference. I'm taking it as delta a, and a is the individual measurement and a mean is the true value. So this is the difference, tells us absolute error. Understand? And finally we can write also for an. These are just I'm doing the basic steps to make you understand about how to calculate it. Soon I will give you the example and that will be more clear to you. Understand? So move to next error, that is mean absolute error. Now for calculating mean absolute error, you have calculated in previous the absolute error, delta a1 is equal to a1 minus a mean, delta a2 minus a mean. These values you have calculated. Now this and this, we have n number of such values that we are calling as absolute error. So for the single value, that represent best all the absolute error, for finding that value we have to calculate its mean. Understand? So let us calculate mean. You know the formula of mean, you will write it as delta a, this represent absolute error, and subscript mean will represent its mean. It is written as summation of all the absolute error, delta a1, delta a2, and this will go to up to delta an, and this all the value will be divided by n. Understand? Now again we are using this summation operator, so it can be written in compressed form. I'm taking an I is equal to 1 and it will go to n, and a simple value ai, and this is divided by how much? N. Now this value represents the mean absolute error. Understand? Okay, one more thing I would like to tell you, that when you subtract a minus a mean, it may be possible that the value come out to be maybe in negative or in positive. Understand? But let me make you clear that when you sum all these values, their magnitude considered, no sign will be taken. Understand? Means you will use their magnitude. For suppose for this value, okay, I'm writing it as, suppose that you have calculated, this is just example, 5.23 minus 5.29, and this is equal to minus of 0.06. Understand? So leaving the minus sign, you will take only 0.06, and the reason behind that, error are always additive, means you always adding the error can be minimized but cannot be subtracted. So for calculating the mean value, their magnitude with the positive sign be considered. Understand? Now this time I'm writing the true value with error or uncertainty, because we have calculated it. We have calculated two things. The first one is a mean, that is you also call true value, and the second thing is delta a mean. This is the uncertainty found in the measurement. So always we write the answer in this form, means a is equal to a mean plus minus delta a mean. Now what is the significance of writing the answer in this form? So listen carefully, I'm telling you, this a value maybe lies as a mean minus delta A mean. Okay, and then A mean plus delta A mean. This represents what? It may be equal to this value or may be equal to this value, or this value is lies in the both equations. So the significance of writing the answer in this form is that the error that found in the instrument maybe reduces the length or maybe increases the length by this factor. This is the significant. Understand? So move to next, that is relative error. This one is the part 4. So for writing relative error, we have calculated these two errors. We have calculated A mean, delta A mean. Delta A mean what? This is the mean absolute error. Make it clear. This you call as mean absolute error. Upon A mean stand for true value. So when you divide the both values, you will get an answer. That answer will be the relative error. Now the word relative itself signifies that you are dividing the two values. Understand? This is known as the relative. Now the last one which is left is fifth one is percent relative error. And these both the term are most used in your numerical problem because they are most significant for writing the error. Understand? Soon I will give you an example and you will see that example and will understand better. Percentage error. For finding the percentage error, this is denoted by delta A. Okay, this is denoted by delta A. This is a small letter of delta. So let's write its formula. When you multiply, listen carefully, when you multiply a relative error by 100, relative error into 100, this gives you percentage error. So let me write the formula. Delta A mean upon A mean multiply by 100. This gives you what? This is the percent relative error. Now this percent, like 2% error, 3% error, when you measure some value, like you are measuring this length. Understand? So suppose that you have measured this length and the length is found to be 150 centimeter. Understand? But the error is 1%. You have measured this length with 1% error. So quickly you can find the value of 1%. Understand? And you will write your answer as 150. Okay, plus minus 1.5 centimeter. Understand? The example is, we measure the period of oscillations of a simple pendulum. In successive measurements, the reading turn out to be 2.63 second, 2.56 second, 2.42 second and 2.71 second. The last one is 2.80 second. So these are the measurements of the values and you have to calculate errors. When the question is about errors, then you have to calculate all type of error. Understand? So we'll start from calculating mean error. Okay, we have 5 values and they are acting like A1, A2, A3, okay, A4, last one is A5. So let us do it. First of all, we will write T mean. Now I'm going to apply the summation formula. That formula you know about. T I is equal to 1, there are only 5 values, so 5, and they are taken as ti. Understand? At that time I taken ai, but this time I'm taking ti because these are the time period. So time period are denoted by t. So I'm writing it as I is equal to 1 sigma 5 ti, and they are divided by how much? Good, 5, because the total number of measurement is 5. So for calculating mean we will divide it by 5. So let us explore it and add them all. Try to solve this question along with me. Use your copy and pen. Don't sit like that, such a layman. 2.63 second. You are here to learn, so just do it. Second, 2.42 second, and plus 2.71 second, then again plus 2.80 second. Now pause the video and add all these values quick, come on, quick, and then divide by 5. So on calculating this value you will get how much? Calculate it. Okay, 13.12 upon divided by 5. When you divide 5 by this value, look here, 5 2 ja 10, so 2, and then left 3 and 1, so 5 6 the 30, and then 2. Okay, so we are making it up to 2 decimal points, there will be no problem. Okay, so 2.62, this is the t mean. Now the next step is to calculate delta t. This is what? This is absolute error in time. So let me erase it quickly. You have to calculate these 5 absolute error, delta t1, delta t2. So for calculating this you have the formula of the difference. How to make? Write the individual value, that is t1, and subtract the mean value, that is also you call as true value. So true value is delta t, and in every case delta t will be remain same. Do you understand why I'm writing this? Yes, of course. Now you have to change the value t2, t3, t4. Try to solve it along with me, it will give you a lot of confidence. Understand? So now you have to write the value, plot the values, and I have told earlier, like a1 a2, they are this time t1 t2 t3 and so on up to t5. Good. So let me write it and subtract it and do this work in your copy. Now I have written this. Let us subtract. So 2.63 minus 2.62 becomes equal to 0. How much? 0.1 second. Is it correct? Yes. 2.56 minus 2.62, 4 and 2 will come out to be minus 0.06. Understand? Now this, look at this sign, this is negative now, right now. 2.42 minus 2.62 come out to be 0.20 second. Okay, 2.71, this will be in positive, and 8 and 1 9, so it becomes 0.09. okay, and 80, it will be 0. How much? 8, and then thereafter 7 minus 6 1. Okay, so you have done this. Now you have calculated the value of absolute error. The next step is to calculate mean absolute error. What? Mean absolute error, and this is indicated by delta t mean. Got it? So let's apply its formula. The formula is sum all these values neglecting their sign. You have to take only magnitude. Okay, and one more thing, this is the sign of mod. mod. Mod what do? The work of mod is when you place a quantity like -5 inside this mod bracket, the mod takes this minus and the quantity becomes positive. Means mod allow that quantity to be positive. and you can put here negative or positive or negative. You can put both the number, but output will be always positive. This is the work of mod. So in general we are taking mod of this quantity, so the quantity which is positive, that is taken as positive, but with the quantity which is negative will be also taken as positive. Understand? So for this value, when you write mod of 0.20, it becomes what? 0.20 second. Understand? So let us proceed for absolute error, mean absolute error. Okay, let me erase it. Now you have done in previous the calculation of delta t mean. So for this purpose you have to again add all the mean values that I written over here. So let me again write them down. The first with along with their positive sign, only positive sign will be considered. Understand? So let me write it. 0.01, then thereafter 0.06, I erase the value, 0.06, then thereafter 0.20, this value I am taking in positive, thereafter I am taking 0.09. okay, 0.09, and the last value is plus how much? 0.18. 0.18. Now these are the values, and let us divide these values with 5, because there are 5 absolute error. So when you add them, quickly add them, pause the video and quickly add them. When you add them, you will get how much? 0.54. Simply you can add it along with me. Look here, this one is 18, this one is 20, add up 38, and 38 plus 1 39, 39 plus 6 speak up 45, and 45 plus 9 come out to be 54. Understand? Divided by 5. When you divide this, you will get 0.1 and again 0.1. okay, so in case of choosing the both value, you can choose only 0.1 second. okay, this is the rounding off, and soon I will teach you how to round off the numbers. okay, so you can write it as, now you have this value also. So if I want to write the answer along with the error, so what will do? Look, then t will be equal to t mean plus delta t mean. okay, and the value of t mean you have calculated earlier 2.63, and then plus minus how much? 0.1. good, 0.1 second. This is the final answer, but two more things are remaining. The first one is relative and the second one is percentage error. So let us calculate relative and percentage error. Look here, I am going to calculate relative error. For relative, it is write as delta t mean upon t mean. Understood? So delta t mean you have calculated how much? 0.1. very good. And what is t? Say 2.63. this is the relative, and when I calculate the relative percentage error, this becomes delta a, this equals to 0.12.63 multiplied by 100. calculate it and the post your answer in comment section. okay, I will check the comment section. So now this is done, and now you can solve the various questions regarding with these steps. I know this is very much exhaustive, but please don't worry about it, and you can easily now able to solve these questions. So check your book and find such kind of questions in which you have to calculate these errors. Okay, the 5 error. So see you in the next presentation, and subscribe my channel and keep learning. #SatyaClasses.